Welcome back, story lover. Thank you for your continued support. It means so much. Please consider liking and subscribing, as it means I may continue on our journey. Chapter 19. Lucas and Tem walked vigorously back across the field and then broke into a run as the enigmatic black shape of the winged creature became visible. From a distance, they glanced up, trying to gauge the speed of its frenzied approach. The air was alive with many mingling fragrances, but the park was engulfed in monochrome darkness. Tem led Lucas directly to the toilet block. He tugged at the edge of the crumpled metal door and gazed anxiously up at his friend and saw his pupils filled his irises either out of panic or where he'd adjusted to the dull light. "Take the child and hide until I come for you." "I will whistle Greensleeves," he said, and shoved Lucas through the door. "You said it would be all right," Lucas said weakly through the gap. "It will be. Just go." Tem listened to the scraping as the door was pulled back in place and the knocks and bangs as Lucas descended the narrow ladder into the chasm below. Tem's guilty hand wavered as, hiding behind a dense bush, he clasped his knife. He didn't want to hurt Shays, but would do anything to make him see reason. A breeze stirred. The branches brushed together and rattled over his head. A sudden thud from behind caused red fireworks to pop in his brain. Tem pivoted, and his throat went dry when he saw the luminous ash-pale face, with glowing eyes and a cruel and malicious grin forming on its lips. Shays' mouth opened wide, and he screeched rancid breath into Tem's face. He then slapped the side of Tem's head with his icy palm, transferring a shivering cold through his victim's body. Tem crashed onto the sloppy mud under the blows of the creature's superior strength. He staggered to his feet and fell back down, unable to land a punch on his assailant in the darkness. The blind fight continued for an immeasurable amount of time. Shays bit into his shoulder, and Tem slashed out with his knife. Eventually, the beast's kinetic energy was too much for Tem. The monster sprang out from every direction, pressing Tem down, forcing his face into the mud, so that he tasted the earth in his mouth. With his long fingers, Shays rolled Tem onto his back and pinned him to the ground. "I should suck every last drop of blood from your body," he said, looking directly and angrily as his lips curled with suppressed rage. Tem was distraught, and tears rushed into his eyes as pity leapt into his chest as he gazed at the perplexed expression in the wretched creature's eyes. "I didn't want to fight. I wanted to talk." "You stole from me what is most precious," Shays muttered in confusion. "I owe my existence to you and the girl. She saved me and chose that I should live. My ancestral law dictates we're only to kill our enemies," he said, frothing at the mouth. "What are you who takes from others?" "I just wanted to get your attention," Tem said, sniffing back his tears. "We will give you back your baby. Neither of us is at fault. You and I, we're both what's called outsiders, people who have no place amongst ordinary folk. We are on the periphery of society and partners in pain. The old couple who abandoned you were trying to hide you from the authorities, the same oppressors who are squashing the life out of my people." Tem saw a peculiar expression on the primitive creature's face, a hollow sadness which showed he understood the fierce, solemn love he had for the harvested people of the dump. Shays jumped away from him and stood on all fours, restlessly gurgling. "I fear no harm. I remember you as a child when I was locked in endless sleep," the creature continued. "You and the girl entered my dreams. My family is sick. We were also sick, but after you attacked us in the house, we got well," Tem said in a thick voice as he clamped his hand over the gushing wound on his shoulder. "You could transfer your immunity with a single bite or scratch to my people living on the rubbish heap. This would make them valuable to our leaders and stop them from attacking us." "I'm an outsider too," Shays said in a raspy voice. "These people have deceived you before. They could just kill you and take what they want. Not this time, as they are mostly weakened by the virus, as it's more virulent and deadly," Tem uttered feebly. "If they discover you, they will lock you up. Their assault on my people is because we're different, and you are ripe for experimentation. All our hopes are hinged on your help." Tem saw a seismic shift in the monster's usual cunning and deranged appearance as his hard, staring eyes softened and his lips curled into a type of smile. Silence followed while Shays pondered Tem's words, and then he nodded in agreement. Tem whistled Greensleeves. "We'll take your baby to the house, and you can both consider it your home, a safe haven, at least for now." As Tem listened to Lucas ascend the ladder, Shays stepped over him and rose into the air. "Thank you for listening. Please remember to like and subscribe, and maybe consider sharing. You may find all my books on your favourite online stores on Amazon and Audible under E.M.G. Wixley, or you can follow the links provided. To be continued.